And welcome to What They Won't Say podcast. I'm giving you guys an update, on the Earl Spence situation with his eye surgery. Um, he said he had a successful, cataract surgery, but I think that's the same eye that he hurt when he was in that car accident. So, and then, right after that, when he came back, after he got healthy from the car accident, when he was sparring, when he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao, he got hurt in sparring with, with his eye. And so, I don't know what happened. I think, even with when he had the accident, I'm thinking it's something from that car accident, that happened with his eye. Because, he done had a detached retina. That's when he was getting ready for the fight Pacquiao. And then he canceled that because he had to go get that fixed. So, he keep having a problem with his eye. It might be some occurring from, that car accident. That's what I think, because he did hurt his eye when he was in that car accident. So he survived that and he got back healthy, so now he's having a problem with his eye. So, I'm thinking that it have to be something that came from that car accident. I just hope, he get himself together, and fight Terrence Crawford so it don't be no excuses, bring your A game, get yourself right, and get in the ring and fight that man. Because, Bud came and did his thing that night. You can't take that away from Crawford. So, I don't think, it's a good time. That could be what really happened. It could have been that. It could have been because he's saying that his eye was messed up. That's why he was getting hit with so many jabs and so many left hooks, because he couldn't see them coming. So now, whether or not there's some truth to that or not, but you come out and say this at that time. If you had a problem with that, you should have let that been known before, before then. But he probably thought he could fight through it or whatnot. So, he still said, Bud did his thing. He ain't taking nothing away from Bud, but then again, it do seems like that because he's trying to say, if you know anything about what he's saying, you can read between, what he's saying. He's saying that, that's the reason why he really lost that fight. I don't know, but, I thought Bud took his jab away. Bud, and then I think, Earl's feet was too far apart. By the time he got ready to punch, Terrence was Bud was beating him to the punch, and then when he tried to punch, Bud was gone. And so, he had to correct those type of things with his footwork. Especially in boxing, your footwork is a major thing. When you fighting, that's how you get your power. That's how you move. That's how you plant. So if your footwork is horrible, man, when you get in the ring with somebody that can box, you will be exposed. That can move. So, man, I don't know. If I hear something else, back on Earl, but that's just what he's saying. So, I don't know, what people going to take from that. I think Earl is a hell of a fighter. And, that fight that night, Earl showed he wasn't no punk. He wasn't no coward. So you can't take that away from Earl. But, you can't take away what Bud did neither. Because Bud, not just one time undisputed, twice undisputed. And that's the first time any male, boxer did that. Now, Clarissa Shields, she have done it. I think she done it 3 times. But, she's a woman. This is the first male that have done that. And so, you got to give all props, to Bud, and really, that was Bud's biggest payday. And so, Bud really needs Spence, whether, he want to admit that or not. Because he ain't going to get no other big payday unless he fight Canelo. And I don't see Canelo, fighting Bud. That's a problem for Canelo. Canelo have problems with dudes that can box and stuff like Bud. Bud's style is a nightmare for Canelo. So I don't think Canelo want no parts of that. So, if that's the only other big fight, that he gonna get 25, 30 million for you. He can't get that from fighting Boots Ennis. Boots is not known enough to create that kind of money. Boxing is a sport too, but it's also a business. So when you're making, especially like Bud, on his way out the door, he 36 years old, he's in phenomenal shape, but he making business moves right now. So he got to make the right moves. He just because we want to see a fight, you got to understand that man been doing this for a long time. Yeah, he great. He ain't never ducked nobody, but at the same time, it's a business decision. The man trying to get paid. So, hey, it is what it is. And the only big fight out there besides, Earl Spence is Canelo. Now, whether Canelo, like I said, want to deal with that, Canelo has got a lot better, with his head movement and different things like that, and he's strong. So, but Beaver also, even though Beaver was bigger, but Beaver also showed us once again what Floyd showed us. You got a good jab, you cause Canelo problems. So, and then Canelo was a hell of a fighter. It ain't too many can do it, but it was a few that did it. And so that's how they beat him. So, but, other than that, man, I'm just giving you guys an update, on the Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence situation. He had successful cataracts. And so, he's trying to say, that's why he got hit. That's why he couldn't see him coming. And that's why he lost the fight, basically, is what he's saying. So, like I like both fighters, man. I ain't taking no sides. I'm just bringing it to you, raw and uncut. I know Bud, Bud's about that paper. He getting all the fame that he deserved. He wasn't getting that type of fame, even before this here fight with Earl. Didn't too many people know, Bud outside of boxing. Spence was a bigger name. A lot of people knew Spence, but in the boxing community, we knew who Bud was. But outside of that, and I don't know why Bud, wasn't selling, because Bud was knocking people out. I think Bud should have been selling. I just think, Bud, that, he was just mismarketed, because all that time, good as Bud is, he should have been getting this kind of money he got for Spence. But once again, man, it's boxing. So, you got to have the right team around you to do the right things. Not saying he don't have the right team around him, but you got to have somebody want to speak up. Sometimes some people just don't want to speak up. So we just got to take it for what it is, and I wish Bud nothing but the best, and Bud deserves every penny he get. Bud deserves that $20 and $30 million payday. I would love to see him and Canelo do it. Canelo should go ahead and line that up. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So, boxing is back hot again. So, we need to keep it like that. These fighters can't be afraid to take these L's. Just because you lose, man, that don't mean, you're not the best. You just had to go back and tighten your game up. We all got caught up in this era, what Floyd did. But everybody can't be Floyd, just like everybody can't be Michael Jordan. Everybody can't be a Kobe Bryant or LeBron. Everybody has their own era. And so that was his era. So, you don't, you can follow the blueprint, the blueprint, what he made, but at the same time, man, boxing is back hot. It's coming back alive. I mean, boxing got back big again. So, we need to see the best fighting the best. One thing I love to see Tank, and Delvin get it on. I love to see Delvin and Shakur get it on. I love to see Shakur and Tank get it on. And I like to see Ryan and Rolly get it on. Man, these big fights would generate a lot of money. So, they need to make these fights happen. But, hey, we just fans like all of us. So, we don't got no say in it. We just have our opinions. And we can just report to you, what I hear and stuff like that. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for supporting me. And I appreciate you guys for subscribing. I ask you to continue to subscribe and support us. And we appreciate all the support that we get from y'all. And what they won't say, we appreciate it. Peace.